So this is a serious injustice, and we in North Carolina are fighting hard at the General Assembly to try and get this law repealed. So that is one reason why North Carolina's a low unionization rate, because we have laws like this on the books.
So how do the unions represent the public workers in terms of their getting what they want from the employee? If they cannot strike and they have no negotiating rights, what do they do?
Well, they've done different things. I mean, I don't know if any of you followed in Raleigh when the sanitation workers, that they didn't go on strike, but they had a walkout briefly, and they had protests, and they got the community behind them to put pressure on the city council, on the city manager, to address some issues they had with overtime pay and situations like that. Again, it's because you have a collective voice that you can come and bring some pressure to bear. So there are certainly, and when you have the State Employees Association, who has lobbyists who are at the General Assembly, you know, fighting for public workers' jobs in the budget, folks can see that there's a benefit to belonging to a larger organization because you have more resources and you have this collective voice. But certainly, it would be a lot stronger if you had the ability to collectively bargain. Was there another question anybody had? So to get collective bargaining, to get laws passed that would benefit workers, we need to get folks elected who are worker friendly. So a second big component of the AFL-CIO's work is our political program. So every political cycle, we endorse candidates and we work to get union members out to the polls to support our endorsed candidates. We decide which candidates we're going to endorse in a democratic process. So here in North Carolina, you know, we have some folks that run for statewide office. So our U.S. Senator, everybody's going to vote for that. It's the Council of State, the governor. So when it's a statewide office and everybody in the state votes, we bring labor leaders from around North Carolina together in Raleigh and have one really long day where we interview candidates that are running for those offices. Before we interview them, we've also sent them a questionnaire, and we ask them, you know, where do you stand on the right of public employees to collectively bargain? You know, would you protect our workers' compensation system? We ask them about economic issues that affect us as workers. And we make our endorsement decisions based on their responses to that questionnaire and to the interview questions. Now, a lot of folks think that the labor movement is an arm of the Democratic Party because we tend to endorse Democrats. But we make our endorsements not based on the party affiliation of the candidate. We make our endorsements based on where they stand on our issues. We have endorsed Republicans in the past, but the reality is that we tend to endorse Democrats because they tend to support our issues. On local races, so if, you know, state house race for certain districts, local government races like your mayor, your sheriff, city council, we have 8 central labor councils in North Carolina. So they're like the regional associations of unions. So that's where they make the decisions about the local candidates that they're going to endorse.